Hi, it's Karen.
And Tim.
From Stamping on the Back Porch. Welcome to another Thursday Facebook Live. I just scattered. I dropped all my pieces over the floor. So we're running just a little late, and I have no idea if these piles are organized. You know, I was ready.
Yes, you were. So you weren't.
Yeah, so.
We're a little shadowy, but we have.
Yeah, but we had to show you that we have a lovely background instead of,
yes.
the rest of our little place. So, and it looks like it might start warming up this weekend. So we might have one really nice week out of our 4 here. So we're looking forward to that. But it's all good.
Who's complaining because everyone else is on work?
Oh, we just look at the weather all around. So many of you, our hearts just go out to you. I said,
Texas.
Texas, Oregon. Oh, it's just watching all of this. So
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Missouri.
So
Kentucky,
anyway, thanks for being with us.
The East Coast.
If you noticed, isn't it weird that we're at Lent already? Yes. And I put a post, a bunch of us are doing this, and I just love this idea of focusing on other people and giving 40 cards for the 40 days of Lent. The idea behind it is to think of
39 days, because yesterday was Ash Wednesday.
You can do a few in a day, though. But it's the idea of giving and thinking about other people. And I know we can all think of people that could use a card. And yes, you could send a card weekly to the same person. If there's someone that it's whatever you want to do with it. But we're looking forward to having you share your cards and your stories over in the Back Porch Stampers. So if you haven't joined, over in the Back Porch Stampers is my free Facebook group. Oh my goodness, there have been so many gorgeous pocket cards in the last 2 weeks on there. And it is so fun. People share their cards and their stories. So we'd love to have you come join us. And then each week I put a challenge out. So now the challenge for this week is going to be today's fun fold. It usually ties into what we're doing on a Thursday, because my feeling is, I always say we're more creative together than we are separately. But if I show a card and then do a few of them, it just gets all those creative juices going. And you think of all other kinds of things. And you guys come up with fabulous ideas. So the winner from our last week's challenge, I actually remembered to say that this time, was Susan Peterson. So it's just kind of fun. You just get a little goodie from me, but mostly we just love sharing over there. And my other comment was just to say, feel free to call me. I've had a couple of people say, I didn't want to bother you because you're on vacation. Believe me, I wouldn't go on a month's vacation. Sure. I came to work on the balcony. That was the whole purpose of this, because I love being outside. Winter just gets a little too long. But I'm getting to work with a view. I guess that's, but do feel free to call me. I am here and available.
I made some phone calls this morning from the balcony.
Yes.
All dressed up, warm.
Yes, all bundled up. So I said, yes, so okay. And let's see if we had anything else. Oh, this weekend, I'm also getting busy. It's the Pop Out Cards class this weekend for the All Good Cards Club. We'd love to still have you join us. We have a good time. We meet Friday night, twice on Saturday, make 3 different styles of pop-up cards. And again, it's the same premise where I share a pattern, idea, all that, and then people share all kinds of ideas. And we also chat a lot and get to know each other. So there's always time to join us for that. So I think that's it. We'll get started with today's card. Just a quick, this is, and Tim gets to say again, he came up with the best.
42 times 66. This is all about my Valentine's love for Karen.
He thinks he gets a lot of brownie points this month for
42
this.
times 66 to Karen dearest.
Okay. And we love that you guys are joining us. And welcome everyone. It's so great to see you guys from, a lot of you are saying, it's really cold where we are. And we've got Canada. We got everything else. Everywhere. So this is a card. I did I can put a link. Well, I did a video on this. I was going to say months ago, but you know what? I think time stands still when you're gone this long, because this paper's only been available. I guess I could get it in December. So I don't know when, but it hasn't been all that long ago. But this is a slide and lock card. And I think these are so fun. Do you see how it's all in one piece? Nothing will fall off. It's just all on there. When I slide it and open it, we just have a very lovely card. And on this one, today's we're going to make really simpler because we're just doing squares of paper. But do you see how you could use any dies, any shapes of anything? And I had to laugh. Karen said in the comments, another Karen, what? No stamps needed today? And I said, maybe not. Because, some of the cards, look at this gorgeous card is just paper. And and there's only like 8 or 9 days left to get this paper. It's one of the free choices in celebration.
Mm.
And I think it's gorgeous paper. I just love the black in the background. And when I do fun fold cards like this, especially doing something on camera,
You want help?
is always tricky.
I'm really good at those.
Yeah. But do you see how this is just cut out of the paper? I love to do that a lot when I do cards like this, both because I don't mind fussy cutting. And if we have TV on at night, I'd just as soon be fussy cutting. But also, you could stamp it, but it's just a way of showing a lot of things quickly. And you guys know that if I'm going to cut flowers like this out, I'm going to cut a whole page of them out. So then I have a whole little stockpile. So I can make cards really quickly. I also love how this one, I'm going to do it one more time. See, it has a little part down in the corner.
Watching TV, I finally figured out last night that we had Hallmark. We've been spending all this time without Hallmark.
And we were laughing because we really don't watch Hallmark because we don't get Hallmark.
We don't get it, yeah.
But we know it's such a big thing. And especially at Christmas, even our kids watch Hallmark. So we've always just thought, oh, that's pretty fun. We actually have it. Okay, so for your card paper today, first card. So we're going to make like 9 of these cards. So you can just settle in. And that's why I thought you can always watch one and then cut along with us. But we're using a standard half a sheet of cardstock. And this is a gatefold card, which means it's going to meet in the middle. So this is an 8.5 inches long. So I am going to do 2 1/8. And I'm going to turn around and do 2 1/8. Now I went ahead and did most of the cards like this. And this one's okay because it doesn't have it has a little gap in here.
Is it supposed to?
Yes, I want it to have a little gap in here because sometimes I'll cut it
Fine.
off. It's a little, so it all just depends on how I did my scoring, kind of reaching over here. And I just had one more. No, I'll bring it up again.
Is that 1/16 of an inch, or what is that? That is really a small gap.
Yeah, it is.
1/8?
Yes. So, and that's what's interesting. When you put your designer series paper on here, you're always just going to measure by this. So instead of saying, I might have said cut out 2 inches by 5 1/4. It's going to be 5 1/4 this way for sure. This way you can see if we do 2 inches, it's going to come really close to the end. So it's really like 1 7/8. Sometimes I'll just say 2 though and just cut it down to make it look good. It's just.
I will never, ever travel again without a bone folder.
Yeah,
Look at that.
I forgot that. I forgot that.
That's really not very,
But I want it to stand up, Tim. So see, it's a stand-up card. So it's just fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then just to quickly decorate. And I've said before that I work really hard to like glue. I'm just not a glue girl, but hey, I have run out of all the other adhesive I brought. So this may be the turning point. I may decide I love it after this. Okay, let's see. I'm going to just put that on. And of course, on the inside, I'm going to put white. I'm not going to do that on here, just for the sake of time. Okay, so this is how all of the base cards are done. Isn't that cool?
If you're interested, this is kind of the center right up here.
Okay. Oh, okay. I might be interested. Okay, so, and then we need 4 squares. Now I picked 3 inches. It could be 3 1/2. It could be 3 1/4. It could be rectangles. It could be all kinds of things. I just did this because it's really easy because we're going to do 2 of them in half. And so half of 3 is 1 1/2. And I thought, okay, it doesn't get easier than this.
Karen,
I'm going to do one start to finish, and then we're both going to work on one.
Karen's a math whiz. That kind of calculation is.
Okay, so later we're going to do more of that. A butter knife would work. You're right. You could get that out.
Oh.
Yeah, we have power. I mean, we don't have, we're not a part of any bad weather here. So I said just that it's cool, kind of on the tail end of the It's not really sitting outside weather, even though we do it every day. We do it alone. And now I could use glue on this, but then I'd wait for it to dry. And I really love using tear and tape for things like this. It gives it that extra thing. So I am going to just do this.
So is this a slider thing you're making?
Yep, this is the slider part. And so it's 4 of these, and you're going to make one right after this.
How did you, oh my goodness, how did you get it so over the edge?
Oh, yeah. But see, the thing that's nice about tear and tape, it doesn't matter because I can just fold it back over.
Oh, I see.
I think what's fun about these cards too, that they look like they'd be hard, but look how easy they are. I mean, there's really nothing to them. So I'm going to take off the edge there. Of course, I don't have my pick tool or anything else here either. And then I'm going to just put this right there on the edge. Just like that. And I'm going to do the same on this. I'll do this one first so I can fold that over.
What is Jesse, the second thing you tap saying? Audi from there?
Frozen, Texas. Oh, she's been making cards and videos the last 4 days. Oh.
My brother lives in Texas, so.
And I sent notes out to a couple of you that live in Texas that I know too, because I thought, oh my goodness, we've sure been thinking about you watching all this. Thought it's just so tricky, this weather, and you know, your places just aren't built for it with the pipes and stuff. So okay, do you see how now this is on? This is on here. Isn't that cool? Now what I'm going to do is just add my top layer. Make sure that's folded over. Okay. So then I'm going to just line this up best I can. And again, nothing needs to be perfect because the piece I'm going to put on the front, I'm going to make a little larger so it'll hide any, it'll hide any issues, you know, because yes, we card makers have issues. I guess that's.
I'm going to have issues with this, doing this card. I don't think I should.
You don't like taking these things off?
Well, no, it's just a little complicated.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I'm going to close that up. And look how cool that is. This is the whole mechanism.
Very cool.
This is, if you make cards with kids, this will be a fun one that they'll love to do. Yeah, we had hoped to make stops on our way home, too. We couldn't on the way down. We were avoiding a snowstorm. We had hoped to stop in Nashville and a few other places and visit people. I'm not sure the weather's going to cooperate. But now how cool is this? This is my slider. Isn't that fun? So now I can just decorate it.
Oh, I thought that cover is kind of plain, but
yeah,
you're not done yet.
I'm not done. So now I'm going to take, I like to start with, and here's a hint. Actually, if I had more thick whisper white, I probably would have put this a little thicker. This bends a little bit much, but it works. It's totally good. You know, we adapt to whatever we have. And so now I'm using a square the same size. So it's 3-inch square. I'm putting it on a 3 1/4-inch square, and then on a 3 1/2-inch square. And then I'm going to put it on here. So this will give me plenty of layers. Hold it. Whoa. You know, the good thing about glue is you can slide it around if you don't get it on right. The bad thing about glue is if you don't watch it, it will slide when you don't want it to. And I'm going to put that on the front. Okay, and then I have 2 different, I don't know, what flower should we go with?
Smaller one left.
Smaller one. Okay, I will put this on. And of course, I'm dropping things. All right.
Very nice.
Card number 1. And I'm not going to embellish. I brought all these embellished, but just for the sake of time, if I decide to, I will before I take them off. And then on the inside, see, I could put another one of these on the inside.
It actually works.
Isn't that great? Okay, so well, we just did a Facebook Live, and the rest of it was a total, as our grandson Hank would say, an epic fail. Everything went wrong. Freezing, dropping things, you name it. So I cut that one short and we're just adding a new ending here to show you the rest of the cards. These are all with the slide and lock. Oh, and these are just such fun cards. And this is, so you just start at the beginning to see how to make these, but of course have to do a beach card, you know, we're at the beach. Love you to the beach and back. We slide it off and there we have the inside.
Cute.
And then next we've got the new butterfly Dijon paper. And look how pretty, that's just, most of these are just made with paper. If anything, I added words, but these are just paper. We slide it off. And we have another little butterfly on the inside. So over in the Backport Stampers, the challenge this week is to see what cards you guys come up with the slide and lock. We just love it because then we see just tons of ideas. These are the moments we look back on with joy. So we just have some words. This is from that dragonfly paper, and I just even cut out a little bee there. But otherwise, the rest of this is just designer series paper. Slide that off. We have a couple more bees inside. Next.
My next challenge is trying to put this back together because it is, I think.
Can I show you a really easy way?
Yeah.
Look at this. If it's right there,
Wow.
look at that. And you can just stick it in.
Oh my goodness. That's so
Do you
much
like
easier.
that?
Yes.
Do you like that? And now it'll just slide. And it'll slide and lock.
Well,
That's the whole point here. See?
Let's spend the next 5 minutes watching
Yeah, Washington, writing this up. Okay. The True Love paper. Oh, cards in black and white just are always stunning. I think this is just so
That
fun.
is
This is
good.
just on the white. We'll open that. There's another flower on the inside. Isn't it just fun to see what you do with paper? So Tim, you're
Yeah.
taking it on yourself to put them all back together.
Yes.
Okay, so how about that?
There's a
And here we
technique.
have the little snail mail cards. This is the one you did on
All
the
right.
thing before. We slide it off. And we've got a little more inside. Then we got, so these are all ideas to get you guys thinking about what you're going to do. What paper you're going to use, what stamp sets. You can get as fancy as you want. Love the hydrangea paper. And there we have that on the inside.
Except the card I made didn't have anything on the inside, so Karen must have helped me out.
Yeah, I did. I went and put it insides. I figured as long as we had to redo this, we might as well decorate the insides. The Fine Out Floral. I think these are all just so fun to see. We have a little flower on the inside. And then we've got the ice cream cone corner. And again, these are just cut out. And I just think these are just so fun. We have another little, you can never have too many ice cream cones, or maybe you're having a party and you're going to have a few people over. Boy, that'd be fun to have a few people over right about now. And here we have the dragonfly. This is from the dragonfly paper, but it's actually on the well-suited. The more masculine plaids and stripes also has this really cool floral. And, I guess that one didn't get an inside. I had one that didn't have an inside. And then just show, this is one I'd done before. We use 3-inch squares to put us together, but you don't need to. You can use any shape that you want. So I think that's fun. And Tim, I'm putting it back on us now. So did you get it put together?
Yes.
So thanks you guys for watching our totally messed up. Like I said, we get points for trying. We keep plugging along, but we can't wait to see now what you're going to do with the slide and lock card. So be sure to join us over in the Backport Stampers and enjoy seeing what everybody posts. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.